everyone, how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today we are going to be talking about the movie Injustice, which is a DC animated film on HBO Max, and it's based off of the video game, loosely based off the video game, let's just say. So, without further ado, since this movie's been out for a while, we're going to go right into spoilers, right into talking about the story. So we open in Metropolis, where Superman is laying down with Lois Lane, scanning Metropolis to see if anything is going wrong, and then he's listening to the heartbeat of Lois and finds out that she's pregnant. Soon after, we find that Batman is in Metropolis beating up thugs, where Superman meets up with him. They find out that the Joker is there too. We then go to Lois and Jimmy Olsen investigating something where Joker ends up killing Jimmy Olsen and abducting Lois Lane. When Superman finds out, Batman calls the Justice League, and basically what happens is everything starts falling apart. The Flash gets hit with a toxin and straight up dies. And then Superman finds the Joker while there's fear gas mixed with Joker gas popping in, where he finds Doomsday and starts fighting Doomsday. And once he wakes up, he finds out that it was actually Lois that he was beating to death. And her heart was attached to a nuke that blows up Metropolis. So after that, Joker gets thrown into Arkham, and Superman goes around trying to find him. Green Lantern tries to confront Superman and stop him, but he fails, and Superman ends up killing the Joker, which starts off everything. Harley finds out on the radio, where she starts to mourn, but is then abducted by Green Arrow, who kind of becomes her friend in this, and she becomes a superhero. We see that one of the dumbest scenes ever. They're in the Hall of Justice, and Superman's standing there mad, and Wonder Woman walks up and goes, "How do you feel, Clark?" He goes, "Angry! That is your right." And basically the Justice League ends up breaking up at that point because people are disagreeing with Superman's methods. Where then Superman goes on a rampage against all, basically tyrants and everything, ends up taking in Saddam Hussein. I think he takes him in. He threatens to kill him, but he doesn't. He then begins to start ruling the world, basically, and this basically turns into DC's equivalent of Civil War, I want to say, where we have military. The military then decides to stand up to Superman and attacks the Kent's home and burns it down and abducts Clark's father. The next thing we see is a supervillain bar with Mirror Master. Just wanted to make sure that was actually timing me. But yeah, we go to a superhero bar with Mirror Master, where they find out where Clark's father is. Superman goes in and rescues him. And then we get to see Batman basically confront the president and kind of threaten him. And we find that Batman cannot forgive Superman for all his actions. And it looks like we're about to have a hero fight inside of Arkham, since Superman wants to move all the Arkham inmates into a specialized prison. But ends up being a jailbreak thanks to Harley doing something stupid, and they all have to end up fighting basically all of Batman villains. In that, Damian Wayne Robin accidentally kills Dick Grayson, who becomes Deathman, I believe it's called. But he throws Dick's baton back at him, and it hits him in the temple and kills him. At that too, Superman kills Solomon Grundy, but Bruce ends up disowning Damian, who goes back to his grandfather, Ra's al Ghul. At that, Superman confronts Catwoman to tell her that that Batman needs her right now. And we get to see a rare moment of Bruce Wayne breaking down crying in Catwoman's arms. At that, Ra's al Ghul tries to join Superman. Um, oh, and then Superman decides. I'm sorry, it looked like it said Superman wants Gans gone. Superman decides he wants guns gone, and Mr. Terrific kind of explains to him how unrealistic that is, and how you would basically get into a state of like a policing state, because it would escalate from guns to cigarettes to littering to like petty random crimes that every person does every single day, because it's like not super enforced because it's stupid. But yeah, so he does kind of back down on that, but not at the same time. In this, Batman tries to make a move on Superman of getting a weapon that could defeat him, but when he's in there, Superman returns. The atom actually goes into Superman's brain holding up kryptonite, but then Ra's al Ghul shows up and helps Superman. At that, Green Arrow has a kryptonite arrow that he tries to shoot at Superman. Superman deflects it into his father, but he blames Green Arrow and kills him. After that, we have Batman helping break Mr. Terrific out of the Supermax prison that's in the Marianas Trench. And during that, Amazo is introduced by Ra's al Ghul as basically a adaptoid. So after that, Superman ends up actually killing a bunch of kids that were having a Joker party. And there is a video that was released to sway public opinion. They decide to test Amazo in Smallville, though. And, of course, during this, Ra's double-crosses Superman. Amazo ends up killing Hawkman and Cyborg. And Damian decides he wants to redeem himself, and Dick comes back to possess Damian to help him fight Ra's al Ghul. And we have Plastic Man ending up destroying Amazo. And then everybody tries to talk Superman down, and he won't budge, so they take a Superman from another dimension to fight him, where Superman basically beats him, but then Lois shows up and explains that what he's doing is wrong. And then basically after that, Superman realizes that he's wrong and gets thrown in jail. But yeah, so that is the entirety of Injustice. It sounds very incoherent at times, because it kind of is. Honestly, I didn't really enjoy this movie, and we'll go into why now. So the animation, I gave a 4 out of 10 because the animation was just god-awful. There was really weird shading on Batman's nose, and then really weird shading on Wonder Woman's jaws, and stuff like that. It was very off-putting. The script, I gave a 4 out of 10 as well, because there was really stupid lines that, how are you feeling? Angry. That is your right. There's a lot of lines like that, and stuff like that was no. The story, I gave a 7 out of 10. It was nice that it was more original than the original Injustice story, but at the same time, it had a very stupid ending. Characters, though, I gave a 8 out of 10. The motivations of the characters usually made sense, so I was fine with that. But the voice acting, I gave a 2 out of 10. This is some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard, which leads to a total of 5 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan telling you, have an amazing day.